friends you found. Ooh, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we come, here we are. Now clap your hands with me. Say you will, say you can. Clap your hands with me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on everyone, I want to hear everybody clap your hands. All together now. Come on, I know you can do it. Say you will, say you can. So clap, 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 clap your hands with me. You gotta feel the beat deep, deep down in your bones and let your body move. Don't let anybody say you cannot, cause you know that you can groove. Shake that body left, ooh, shake that body right. Feel the beat down in your heart and let your spirit shine. All right, come on everyone. This is your last chance. So I want to hear everybody singing and wave your hands with me. Come on. Here we come, here we are. Now clap your hands with me. Say you will, say you can. Clap your hands with me. Yeah. Here we come, here we are. Now clap your hands with me. Say you will, say you can. Clap your hands with me.
You my currency, baby, my cryptocurrency. I feel
Hey, GM fam. How we doing? What up, Go West? Bert, Lurkin, but also good day in. Go West on a how many stream or watch streak? 40 stream streak. Jesus. That's a lot of streams tuned into. Holy moly. GG's Go West. What up, Toch? How you doing, homie? Dots Mustang in the house. Yo, yo, yo. We are back with another basics stream with me, Krafter. We're going to be diving into some quest creation, just basic quest creation. We had Waypax, who just started learning how to build inside of the Game Maker recently. He was on our last stream, and we were helping him out along with other people, obviously, that were tuning in. And Pax had asked if we would go over how to create a basic quest, like a parkour challenge or a collectible challenge or something along those lines. So we'll probably do both. Both of those sound like good basic quests that we can work on setting up. Last stream, on our last Tuesday stream, we went over the basics of the basics. So if you missed that, you can go back and catch that replay. It should be either on Twitch or on YouTube soon. I don't know if it's quite on YouTube yet, but you can go catch that if you want to go over some of the basics of the basics. A lot of mobility and how to move around and place things, etc., etc. All the new features of 10.6 we covered as far as basics go. And we're just going to keep kind of expanding on that and building on top of that. We did a little bit of, I'm blanking on the word. what is it called? Where you terraforming? There we go. We did a little bit of terraforming on the last stream as well. We'll show a little bit more of that on the stream today too. But what up, Nervex? Welcome in, and welcome in everybody that's tuning in. Drop a GM, a what up, a yo, whatever you want to say in the chat. Let me know you're tuning in, listening here, and ready to learn. If you got any questions about the Game Maker, please drop those in the chat as well. I love helping out any questions you guys have, so please don't be shy. What up, Vox? Yo, yo, hey, hey. But before we get into all that, we are going to throw it on over to the one and only Panda for your weekly news update. And then we will swing it back to me and get on into the Game Maker and working on some basic building. But first, we got to do the news of the week with Panda. Sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the news of the week. First up, we have events. Lion Gate's Action City opened until May 5th, so you really don't have very long on this one. Go check it out. This has a reward pool of 50k sand for avatar owners, only for the Hellboy avatar owners. So go check this one out. This is, even if you aren't an avatar owner and you want to play a really good game, definitely check out Action City, because this is just absolutely spectacular. So do check this one out. Next up, we have Habbo Space Hotel. So if you are a Galaxy Habbo avatar holder or a Habbo Genesis avatar owner, there is 140k sand prize pool split between these. You complete the progress, 47 EP. Really cool experience. Definitely go check this out. Do make sure that you are checking out the events on the event page. We have lots of different events that are appearing, including game jams. And talking about game jams, let's take a quick look at one that you can register for right now. The Impact Game Jam registrations are open. The theme has not been revealed, but this is in partnership with Radical Exchange. 60k prize pool, 20 lands given out, and catalyst packs. Make sure to have a good read of here. Do register by May 6th, and on May 6th there will be the reveal of the theme. The prize breakdowns, what are catalyst packs and each tier, key dates, so these are all the important dates of registrations, submission deadlines, as well as the award ceremony that will happen over on Twitch. There will also be a 0.10 AMA this week. If you're seeing this after the AMA, you can check it out on YouTube, where we re-upload all of our live streams. Now, let's go into the mentions of the week. Firstly, we're mentioning an experience, which is the Underwatch. It's a multiplayer tag game by the Puzzle Bros. Now, they have created a lot of really good experiences within the Sandbox before, and so we're just highlighting them right here. And this is a multiplayer experience. Amazing assets. Definitely go check out this experience. Once again, it is called the Underwatch. It's a multiplayer tag game by the Puzzle Bros. Artist that I'm mentioning, and hopefully I'm going to say their name right, is Kisaragi Krafter. I saw this amazing asset pop up on Twitter, and I just had to share it. It's so beautiful. Obviously, there's a lot of nodes here, and there's lots of different styles of assets that people can create in VoxEdit. I just love the detail and the animation of this particular asset. Next up is, and I'm gonna say their name wrong, Suka 3D Artist. Adorable little character. Look at him. He's so cute. He's just so much like little bits of detail in here without it being overly stylized. Really like this. It's like a very sandboxy style. Absolutely amazing. Do go check them out. Next up, I do want to mention a creator, Go West. Now, not only have they created their own experience, Slay the Hidden Dragon, but they also make tons of great YouTube videos that you should definitely check out, showcasing so many experiences. They play so many experiences and they make videos of all the experiences that they play. So definitely do go check out Go West because they are creating amazing videos and content within the sandbox. So once again, go check out Go West 927. Another creator I want to mention is Dankoi. Now, they have been in the sandbox for a really long time now, and they've got these amazing videos and tips to help loads of people. Right here, they're showing you how to do some cool mechanics in GameMaker 0.10, which looks really, really cool. Definitely go check out Dankoi's stuff. They are making amazing videos. They are really helpful tips on GameMaker for sure. So definitely check out Dankoi. And now back to your regular scheduled content.
Hey, I'm almost back. There we go. Now I'm back. Shout out Go West. I know you're in the chat. There you are. Oh, snap. Been putting on all kinds of fun events inside of Slay the Dragon. And also shout out Dankoi. I don't know if Dankoi is in the chat, but Dankoi's been putting out some great tutorials with 10.6. Let's get off of this. And shout out to everybody else that she shouted out as well. And thanks for the sub. Nervex Prime Subby. Let's go. What up, Ian? Pax is in the house. Pax, you tweeted this at me the other day. And this is what we're going to be tackling today on stream. Going to be going over how to make some basic quests like parkour, collect items. And then we can also, if we have time, I don't know if we'll have time, we can also dive into the sound/music a little bit. But we're going to start out with the little basic question. Hey, hell yeah, you better clip that. Share that clip over on Twitter. Let people know. But yeah, so let's dive on in. Let me get GameMaker pulled up here. Go over to our workspaces. My video on? Let me check. Yep. Okay, we're good. All right. So we're going to be expanding on the basics of the basics, and Pax's request aligns really well with that. So we went over on our previous Tuesday stream, we went over some of the core basics of building inside of the game maker, some of the new updates that affect the basics, especially the camera mobility and etc. etc. Reminder for those of you that are new or not new and you just need a refresher on some of the buttons, if you go up to this little helper question mark up in the top, or if you hit F1, you can toggle this on or off, and then this helper, as you do different things, it actually switches and shows you different buttons that you can use depending on what it is exactly that you're doing. If you pick up, like for example, if you pick up a block, then it switches over to this view, and you can see how to, let's do it. We'll do a little terraforming exercise here quick. You can see if you use the left click, you're gonna place a block. I want to use our fun, go to this. Let's use blue this time. So left click is gonna place the block. Right click is gonna delete the block. Let's get a little closer. So again, left click is placing blocks. When you hold right click on the mouse button, then you can drag, and you see how it turns red. Anything that turns red is going to get deleted as far as blocks go. So you could do one, or you can do many. You want to do all of these bad boys. Boom. Huddle in the house with an 8-month subby. Thanks for the sub, Huddle, and welcome in. You can also do Alt. So if you hold down Alt and place blocks, then you're replacing blocks. So see how that's going into the ground, and we're actually replacing the block instead of deleting and then placing a block, deleting and then placing a block. You can actually hold Alt and just replace the blocks. There's all kinds of different things you can do. You can also the next thing that it's showing is with the left click and shift, you can place in y-axis. So if you left click and then you hold shift, you can drag up and down to go up on the y-axis, and then obviously when you do it the opposite, if you hold shift and drag down, you can delete on the y-axis. You can also do this for bigger areas. So if you drag and then hold shift, so first you need to drag. So you're clicking and dragging and then holding shift, and then you can drag up and down, and that makes that entire space that you did go along the y-axis. So that's another way you can do it. And then Alt-GR. I don't know what Alt-GR exactly means, but for me, Alt-GR is the right Alt button. So the right Alt button on your keyboard, if you hold that and click, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see this in action. If you hold the right Alt button and then left click, that fills in that entire plane with blocks. I know that doesn't visually look very great with the block that we're using, but that's a nice hack. We showed it earlier. I can show it again though. If we just delete there, that'll be a good example. So, oops. If we hold the right Alt button and click, boom, that fills in that entire space, but it stops whenever it runs into the blocks. So it doesn't go everywhere. It just fills in the space that it can. If we were to, here's a good example actually. If we were to delete that block there, I'm pretty sure now it's gonna fill it in. So if we delete this block, see, this technically is a gap that it's gonna jump through. It needs to be completely closed off. That little gap between these two blocks that I'm hovering over, it does sneak through. So if I'm holding the right Alt button and clicking, boom, now it even fills in that extra little space over there. But once we put that block back, again, you can see it doesn't do it then. So just a nice way to, I use it a lot when I'm doing water. We showed that example last time, but like filling in a pond or something. But there's all kinds of examples of when you would want to be using that. And then to go over some basic terraforming, we can, my favorite way to terraform, we showed it on the last stream as well. You can see it done up here. But one of my favorite ways to terraform is to take the sphere. So instead of doing free is what we were doing initially. But if you instead use the sphere, you can place blocks and kind of paint your way. It's great for like doing terraforming an entire land, giving some texture to the land, maybe creating mountains if you need some mountainous areas, or just some change in elevation on your map. This is a great way to do that. And just keep in mind, I showed this also on the last stream, but I'd like to always point this out that you can see it you can see it here, but remember that when you're using these, cube is the same way, and so is diamond, but you are placing blocks underground as well. So you can see there that you are placing all blocks everywhere. So you're placing those blocks there, and they are going underground. So make sure that you're not messing up anything that you don't want to be messing up when you're doing that. What up, Pot Plucker? Welcome in, homie. But yeah, that's quick little review session on terraforming, and now we can get into some questing like Pax had requested. So let's start out with a little parkour challenge. How about it? We're gonna start off with a little parkour challenge, and then we can transition over to collectibles if we have time. But to start off with, we're gonna create a quest. So we want this quest to, well, there's all kinds of different ways that we can do it, but whoops. So go up here to the left and hit objectives, and then toggle quests on. That's your first step. This is gonna drive me nuts that I can see. 1 second. Just gonna get off to there. All right, so go up to the top left, objectives, and this is where you're gonna add quests. You need to toggle quests on with this little toggle. If it is toggled off, you're gonna wanna toggle the quest on, and then you can hit add quest. And then once you get the quest added, there's all kinds of stuff that you can edit and change. This is going to be the title of the quest. We're gonna call this parkour. Parkour. Oh, god damn it. Let's do parkour like that. Is that how you spell parkour? Parkour. I think so. And then quest description is going to be obviously the description of the quest. So for this, we're just going to say, can you make it to the top? God dang, I can't type. Can you make it to the top? Parkour. Parkour? Parkour. Parkour. And then the next thing you can adjust is how it unlocks. So auto unlock is what it sounds like. It's going to unlock automatically. You can also require a message to unlock a quest. So if you don't want a quest to be available until a certain time, you can trigger it with a message, and then you just need to have a message sent that is going to unlock the quest. And then along those same lines, to launch the quest, you can leave it on auto, so it just immediately launches after. Well, yeah. So like if you had it set up like this, the quest wouldn't unlock until a message got sent, and then once the message got sent, it would auto launch. You could also not have it launch until it gets a message. For this example, we're just gonna do auto, but actually we're gonna we'll show a little. This will actually kind of keep things organized, so we don't have a bunch of quests just popping up right away whenever we load in, like we had on the last one. So what we're actually going to do is we can leave the quest unlocked. We're gonna leave it unlocked, but we're not going to launch it until we get a message, and the message is going to be start parkour quest. Boom. But if you just wanted to trigger and start right away, as soon as somebody loads into the game, you can just do auto unlock and auto launch. But if you want to either like unlocking, I'm trying to think of how to explain this. Unlocking is going to make it available so that the quest could get launched. And then launch quest is actually launching it so it appears on the screen and the player can complete it. So if you want, there's like some like complex reasons why maybe you would want it to be locked until a certain time and then launchable. But you can play with that as you build out. But if you just want it to start right away, just do auto and auto. We're gonna do auto unlock, but then require a message to launch. I believe I'm explaining this correctly so far. Let's actually get out of it and just make sure. So we're gonna tab in. The quest should not appear or anything. Nope, it's not gonna appear or anything. Perfect. Yep. So I am explaining it. Might need a key before unlocking quest. Exactly. So you might need to collect something before the quest is unlocked, and then potentially you could then also require a message be sent to start it. So, for example, maybe you need to complete a certain quest to unlock another quest so that quests kind of go in sequential order. And then, but you don't want that quest to start until somebody does something else on the map. So maybe there's a storyline of some sort and the person needed to kill somebody to then unlock the quest, but then to start the quest they need to go talk to somebody before the quest starts. So then once the quest is unlocked, then when they go talk to the person, then it'll launch it. But if the quest wasn't unlocked and they talk to that person, it wouldn't launch it. That kind of idea. It can get more complex than that, but that's already getting confusing in my head to explain. But there's all kinds of different reasons and ways you can mess around with it. But again, this is a basic stream, so we're going to try and keep it fairly basic and not get too far into the weeds. But we are going to have a message to launch the quest, because last time we set up a bunch of quests, they all just piled up on our screen after we got a bunch going. So I'm going to set up buttons to start different quests. That way we keep things a little bit more organized. And actually, let's do that right now. So we got that part of the quest getting ready to start. Where do we want to start off at? Let's just move down here. Not quite sure why this is like that. I forget what we were doing and how that ended up being the case, but maybe that's a different green, but whatever. So we're going to start down here, and we are going to set up some blocks to start different quests. So this is what we're going to start seeing. Actually go to group 1 and we're going to get a numpad because we love numpads. I'm going to grab this numpad, throw them up there. We're going to throw the numpad on there. Boom. So that numpad is going to be our button to start the quest. I'm going to quick edit this logic. Pretty simple though. So message to send whenever somebody interacts with it is going to be start parkour quest, and it's going to send all. Boom. So now whenever you load in facing the wrong way, we're going to rotate this here real quick. Boom. So now whenever we load in, facing the right way, and boom. Now parkour starts. And you can see it pop up over to the right there, and it says, can you make it to the top? So let's continue editing it now. The quest type, this is where you can change what type of quest it is. It could be a counter quest, it can be an asset death quest, it could be a timer quest, it could wait for message. So those are your 4 different types of quests that you can choose. We are going to go with wait for message, and the message is going to be end parkour quest. Boom. And then quest completion. You can do auto completion, you can require a message, or you can wait for input. We're going to go with auto completion, I believe, but we can mess around with that as we get to it if we need to. And you can mess around with all of these. They're pretty straightforward. Obviously, requires message would mean you would need to get a message for the quest to be completed, and wait for input would mean, that's a good question. Wait for input. Not 100% sure how you use wait for input. I've never used wait for input, to be honest. We can circle back to that and figure that out later. But we're going to go with auto completion. So once in parkour quest gets sent, then it should auto complete. And then the action after completion, you can either send a message, do nothing, or in the game. Those are your 3 options. We will probably just do nothing for right now until we need other things to happen. Obviously, if you did end game, that would end the game and the game would be complete. You can also do send message if you want to trigger then something else to happen. But again, we're going to go with nothing for right now. So we need to set up a race or a parkour challenge that once somebody gets to the top, because we said, can you make it to the top? Once somebody gets to the top of the parkour challenge, it triggers. And let's actually also set up, just because we're on it, let's set up a teleport. So whenever they trigger this, they get teleported to the parkour starting area. That might be getting too complicated. Let's just keep it simple for right now. But you could definitely do that. But we're just going to have it start, and then the parkour challenge is going to start right in front of it. So let's go over to our blocks again, and we're just going to create a quick little parkour challenge. First, we are going to do a little drawing on the ground. That kind of looks like an arrow. Just to get people moving in the right direction. And then do this. You know what I need? I need some music in the background, otherwise I'm gonna go crazy. Get OBS up here. Turn this down just a little bit so it's not too loud. Let me know if that music's bothering you, if it's too loud. I think it should be all right. So then we're gonna go ahead and do this. Again, there I just drug across, left click drag, and then held shift and slide up to move that up. We're just gonna do some stairs here to get us going. Boom. We got some stairs. And we'll pull this across. So you'll have to run up that way. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Just get this parkour built out a little bit. And then we're gonna delete. Something simple. Then we'll go ahead and do this. Start making it a little harder. Boom. I think you should be able to make that jump. Wait. Drug too high. That. Boom. So I'm showing how you can place blocks, delete blocks. If you got any questions along the way, stop me and ask me how I did something. We're just gonna get some blocks placed here. Get this parkour challenge started. It's gonna be very simple. We're just gonna start making our way up. Up and away. Go here. Go there. I think we'll see. Can you make that jump? We're gonna find out right now. So you're gonna run up here. You're gonna fucking suck at it. You're gonna run up here. Boom. I said we're gonna make it easy, but apparently we're not. I made that too tall. All right, we'll just zoom down here. Do that. Boom. You can only go up one block at a time. Can you never jump over 2 blocks? You must not be able to. I guess I've never tested that, but you can't jump that, yeah. You can only jump over 1 block. Do. Oops, lost my chat. Where are we? Y'all trying to get forms. iForms. What up, Lori? To get the form, I need to pull it up. Let's get on that. So I don't forget. Thank you for reminding me though. Get your proof of attendance on. This is the last stream of the month. So if you haven't got the 10 yet, hopefully this is gonna tip you over that tipping point. Get you to 10. I'll make sure to calculate who all got 10 and track your rewards. I believe if I should have time next month. I'm working on completing the avatar that I want to have as a reward for next month. But next month, the reward, I believe, is going to be an avatar for y'all. You won't be able to use it inside of the Sandbox, unfortunately, but you will be able to use it inside of Nifty Island. But just a reminder, proof of attendance forms go out on every stream that I host, no matter where I'm hosting it from. And if you get 10 or more in a month, you do unlock a reward. Those are rewards. We'll get better with time. We're just starting to butter the bread right now. But soon we'll be frosting the cake and you'll be eating good. Copy, boom, form incoming. Boom. And secret word is going to be, it's going to be floating. Secret word floating, forms in the chat. And yes, Pax, this is how you make floating, one of the ways you can make floating platforms. You could also use assets for platforms and stuff. So if you wanted, you could also do, what's a good thing we could use? We can use this, yeah, let's just use this ancient wall. You could use an asset like this. I'm gonna place it, and then I'm gonna rotate it so that it's sideways, and then you can drag it like this. So this is another way you could create an asset that was your platform, and then you could just place the asset to have floating platforms if you wanted. But yes, if you're using blocks, this is the best way to do it. You used to be able to use the insert button to place blocks, which I could never really get to work. But you used to be able to use insert to place it like in the air. I was never able to get it to work. I know some people have been able to get it to work. I'm not exactly sure what you need to do. You might need a different keyboard setup than what I have, but we're not going to worry about that because I can't even show it. But this is how I do platforms with blocks. So like whenever you want to build anything in the air, the easiest way for me is to just go to wherever on the map you want the thing in the air to be, and then just place one block, hold the left mouse button, and then hold shift at the same time, and then drag up. So maybe you wanted a floating island up here. This is how I get up there. And then once you get up here, then you can start placing blocks. Might want to build out this way, and then you could also build out this way. Then you could build out like that, and boom, now you got a big old platform. And let's use that as our finish line, because I don't want to run out of time. I feel like we're already getting close to running out of time. But we're gonna try and get to the top, which is gonna be right there. So to get up there, we're this doesn't need to be any kind of hard. You know what we actually could do? Another way you could do this is build out from the platform that you're going off of, and then build up one. Now this is where my new platform is going to be. Boom. Something like that. And boom, boom, boom. And this will allow you to kind of judge how far away they are, so you can get a feel for, if you really want to figure it out, you can figure out exactly how many blocks somebody can jump, and then you'll know. We could do that here in a second, but like I said, let's finish this first. And we're gonna actually, oops. make our way this way. Then we'll go out and over and up. Do. And we'll go, oops, out this way and up. Actually, go out this way and up. Boom. What up, Lucas? Touch, if you need the form, it's up in the chat just a little bit. Otherwise, I can drop it again for you. If you can't find it, just let me know. How you doing, Lucas? What's good in your hood? We're almost there. We're gonna build out. We're just gonna make this one a big leap of faith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 7 is how far you can jump. I'm not sure though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's try 7. We're gonna just put this guy here. I'm gonna leave that there just so that we can see. And then we'll go this way. 5. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. We're gonna leave that there too, just so we can count. This will help us kind of judge how far you can actually jump. So this, I think it's 1 less when you're jumping up. I could be making all this up though. And then just keep cooking here. Boom, 2. Those. You should be able to get to the top now. Let's test it here real quick. So you're gonna start it. You're gonna run over here. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump. You're gonna jump. 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 Oh, yeah, you can make 7. I fucked up, but you can make 7. Ah! Alright, I know you can make that. So now, last thing we need to do is we need to add a logic asset. Boom. We're going to add this logic asset right here. We're going to turn this logic asset into a that into behavior. Come on now. Message. Edit logic. All. And it's gonna send end parkour quest. And that's not what I wanted to do, actually. I always mix up message broadcaster and God damn it. What am I trying to do here, guys? Can you tell I'm tired today? I'm trying to send a message whenever somebody enters into that area. Maybe it's because I am in the wrong spot. We're gonna go and we are speaker. Cool. Not message broadcaster, speaker. We're gonna turn this into a speaker. We're gonna go ahead and detect entity in a box, and the box is gonna be, I don't know. Does that cover the whole thing? 5. Oh, we're gonna go 4. And 1. Actually, let's go 2, just to be safe. 1 for the Y. Actually, we'll go 2. So, set up a speaker real quick, because we're running out of time. We're setting up the speaker so that it is detecting entities, and it's detecting every avatar in range, and we changed the detection shape to a box and changed the dimensions so that it covers this whole area here. And then we're gonna slide it over just a little bit. So in order for somebody to trigger this, to send our message, and our message is going to be end parkour quest, they need to enter into this box that we can see. And yes, Nervex speaker. I don't know why I always mix up speaker and broadcaster. Probably because they seem like they mean the same thing in my head. So we got all this. So now the quest itself should work hypothetically. So we're gonna go Control S to save. We got 5 minutes. We're good. And then we're going to test it to make sure it works, and then we will stop and see if anyone has any questions. Let's go ahead and load in. So to start the quest, we got this numpad here. Now parkour challenge has started, and it says, can you make it to the top on the right hand side? So now we're gonna try our best to make it to the top. Boom, making it. We're gonna cheat and just run across. I am curious if you can make this jump. Yep, you can. Jump over here, and woo! We did it. That seemed a little delayed, TBH. And I want to see one last thing. We don't need that on. Okay. No. We're all good. And we don't need it to be only once. Beautiful. So that's how you set up a really basic quest. from start to finish. If you got any questions, Pax, or anybody in the chat, let me know. I know we kind of rushed through it there at the end, but essentially what we did, and I'll run through this real quick. What we did is we set up a button, and this button is sending start parkour quest. Okay, and then we went into the objectives tab, toggled quests on, created our first quest, named it parkour, added the description of can you make it to the top. The unlock quest, we have auto, but we're not launching the quest until we get that message. So we didn't want the quest to start until somebody interacts with the button to start it. And then the message gets sent, start parkour quest. So once we receive start parkour quest, the quest starts. And then the quest type, we chose wait for message. And the message to end the quest is end parkour quest. And then quest completion, auto completion, and action after completion, nothing. So now the quest is officially all set up. And then the last thing we had to do was build our little parkour challenge and add this logic acid at the end that is going to allow anyone that enters into this area to trigger a message to get sent that is end parkour quest. So we used a speaker component on this logic asset, and we have the speak condition be detect entity, and the detection type is every avatar in range, and we changed the shape to box and edited the box so that it's yay big. And yeah. I'm gonna do 1 for X. Yeah. There we go. That should be good. And again, just to show that it works, we get in here, we can go up to the button, hit it. Now we got parkour started. So our quest has begun. And then you can see on the right, can you make it to the top? Yes, we can. Jumpy, jumpy. All the way to the toppy. Then once we get up here, why did it not work this time? Oh, it did. It went away. We just didn't get a victory screen that time. Strange. Let me try this again. The jumpy. Oops. Ooh, almost fell. The parkour's there. There it is. I just didn't hear it. Woo! Easy peasy. And then we fell about 80 times trying to complete the quest while testing. Yeah, it was. I think it did happen there. I just didn't hear the noise because I have the music on. But it does make a little ding and goes away with a little check mark. And awesome, Pax. Glad you learned a lot. Hopefully everyone else learned a bunch too. Again, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to always chime in and ask those in the chat about anything Game Maker related. But hopefully this is helping some of y'all get inside of the Game Maker for your first time and start building some games of your own. Hopefully this will get you all prepared and ready to build out some simple games or more complex games if you get to it, and ready for the next Builders Challenge, whenever that'll be. I have no idea when that'll be, but I know that it sounds like there definitely will be another one. So keep on tuning in, keep on asking questions. We'll keep helping y'all figure out how to build inside of the Game Maker. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, hanging out, asking questions, helping. in the chat. Always thankful for that as well. Appreciate all of y'all for being here. And make sure you filled out that form. Use the secret word so you get credit for being here. And make sure I'm going to double check. I always got to double check the schedule. You can find the schedule below if you're on Twitch live. You can scroll down and hit schedule to see the schedule, but it should be Alex and Lucas streaming at 4 p.m. Eastern time when they start. I don't know that in UTC. I wish it would show it to me in UTC. But 4 p.m. Eastern time, Alex and Lucas will be streaming tomorrow inside the Sandbox. So make sure you tune in again tomorrow. Keep that streak going. Go West. 40 stream streak. Holy moly. And I'll be back on Thursday. That's going to be at 7 p.m. Central Time, midnight UTC, for some more basics. That's going to be a 2-hour stream, so we got more time. Tune in, drop your questions, figure out how to do stuff along with me inside of the Game Maker. 8 p.m. UTC. Oh yeah, things changed. Time zones, man. Time zones are so confusing. Thank you, Vax, for being here and asking questions. Excited to continue to help you and everybody else grow and build inside of the Sandbox. And that's a wrap. We will catch y'all on the next streams. Also, in case anyone's interested in checking out Illuvium, I got access to Illuvium's beta, and I'm going to be streaming that here on my personal stream here in a handful of minutes after I get done here. So if you guys want to come on over there later tonight, I'll be on in probably like 10-15 minutes streaming that as well. So if that's something you're interested in, I'm going to be checking out Illuvium. But appreciate y'all for being here, and we will catch y'all on the next stream. Bye.